Good morning. So, slept okay last night. Not great, but decent for a hotel room. Definitely a good choice to do the hotel room because it's like 40 outside and there's dew all over the ground. So, there's that. So just kind of planning through the day. And I'm going to get up and take a shower and get around, make some food, some coffee. Plan for the day, I think, is head across Lolo and then down, is it Highway 93 or 95? And eventually meet up in Jackson or stop in Jackson for the night. It's a little bit over 500 miles, like 508 or something like that from where I'm at. Briefly toyed with the idea of just pushing through on I-90, which would be across Lolo and up to Missoula, and then down I-90 to Denver, and just being done with it in one more day. But that's that's almost 1,100 miles. And Google Maps is saying that's like 15, 16 hours, something like that. And I don't think I have that. It's a lot of driving, a lot of riding. Plus, it misses all the good stuff. It's just I-90. And if I was strictly worried about making time, that might be a good way to go. But I kind of want to see stuff too. I don't want to just hit the freeways the entire way. So, I think I'm going to go to Jackson one more night. Gonna try to camp tonight because I can't imagine hotels in Jackson are as inexpensive as this one is. This one was just under $80 for a hotel room, which honestly is not that bad. Yeah, so let's see if I can take you over and show you out the window what it looks like. So this is the view out my hotel room window. I forgot to mention it is 3:40 in the morning. So I think I'm going to get up, like I said, take a shower, make some breakfast and coffee. Definitely coffee in the future. And try to hit the road by it's supposed to be daylight at like 5. So try to hit the road about 5. I have a choice of breakfasts this morning. Chicken flavor pasta, fettuccine, and a savory chicken flavor and sauce. I think top ramen with fettuccine. Or Spanish rice. Rice and pasta blend with bell peppers in a sweet tomato sauce. So, vegetables. Don't know which way I'm going to go. There's definitely going to be coffee. I was thinking about the breakfast that they provide, but that doesn't start till like 7, and that's a good 2 hours of writing time. I can almost beat a low in that amount of time. I can almost beat a low in that amount of time. So I think I'll just do one of those and gas up the bike if I can find gas at 5 o'clock in the morning in this town, and we'll head out. All right. Later. Side note, if video blogs are really going to be a thing, I need either a camera or a helmet cam or both. Helmet cam would have been awesome yesterday because then I could have taken some video while I was writing, because I feel like I missed out a ton of pictures because I didn't want to stop, and I can only activate the camera on my phone with my gloves off, which means I have to stop. Unless I can figure out some other way to do it. I might play around with that too. Okay. Yum, breakfast. I went with the Spanish rice option. We'll see. And I'm just eating it out of the bowl because I'm just a savage that way. Okay, so the Spanish rice is not bad. It's a little bit warm, simply because I didn't let it sit long enough. And it would be nice if it had meat in it, because let's face it, everything would be better with meat. But it's pretty good. And that was totally me just not buying anything to put in it. Yes, very hot. The coffee, not bad for hotel bathroom coffee. So, got up, showered, that's my second cup of coffee. Made breakfast. And I'm feeling a lot better now. Looking back over some of the videos from yesterday and this morning when I first woke up, seems like I'm not having a good time, but I am. I'm having a great time. The first day definitely was some what the hell are you doing moments. Oh, there's a Clearwater fish hatchery, which is apparently nearby. With a visitor center you can go to from 7:30 to 4. Cool. But no, yeah, definitely having a great time. Yes, fighting the wind yesterday was kind of crap, but the views were awesome. Riding the bike all day was awesome. Still a long day on the bike, and it really started to wear on me by the end of the day. So that was totally on me. I'm having a great time. Highly recommend. Some awesome roads. Really looking forward to Lolo Pass. Sorry, I'm flipping through the little brochure thingy they left here in the hotel room while I'm eating and talking. For somebody that can rarely do one thing at a time, trying to do 3 is interesting. But yeah, no, great time. There's definitely some things that, like I said earlier, if I'm going to be doing this a lot, the videos and stuff, definitely some things I need to figure out better. But overall, super happy with the way the trip's going. So I'm sure there will be more random videos throughout the morning here as I'm getting ready to go. All right, so beginning of day 2. Here are the stats for yesterday. I made it to Kamiah, and I came back to, what is this, Kamiah, for a hotel room. 481 miles according to my odometer. And I can't figure out my gloves. There we go. Yeah, so it is 10 minutes to 6. I am going to go get some gas, even though I don't need it quite. But the next leg definitely does need it. So I'm gonna get some gas. And then Jackson is the next major goal for the night.
Okay, so I've been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes and not realizing I haven't actually hit record. So bye, semi. That's why I pulled over here. It's because I was behind a semi carrying apparently propane or something because it smelled like propane. And I didn't feel like trying to pass them along the corners. Going about 50 miles or so out of Olympia. Yeah, it's so pretty. I'm just going to hang out here for a couple minutes and let that truck get ahead of me a ways. The road is fabulous. It's not super sunny. It's very overcast. I'm thinking I'm riding just ahead of the rainstorm. So at least that's what the forecast said. And the road's a little bit damp in spots, like it might have rained. But, I mean, it's 55, 60 all the way unless you get stuck by the semi. So, yeah, great ride. Great time. So, Lolo Pass. The little moles, gophers, whatever they are everywhere. Sorry, guys. You can keep eating. I'm not going to bug you. Run, little guy. Lolo Pass is cold. It dropped down to like 45 degrees. But it's super pretty. Super, super pretty. Nice trails. There's a visitor center, I think it is, which of course is closed now. These little gophers, marmots, wolves, gray rats, whatever they are. It's super funny. There was a couple chasing each other around a minute ago. Now they're just kind of chilling and eating. One up on the railing, underneath the railing. There they are. I'm sure one of these signpost thingies probably says what they are, so I'm going to see if I can find out what they are. If not, they're officially furry rats. Grass rats. Grass rats. No, they're too cute for rats. They just kind of look like squirrels. But they're fat. I don't know if you can see them, but there's one in that hole right there. Just kind of chilling. So about 30 miles outside of Lolo, and there's road construction. So I sit and wait for a pilot car going in my direction. I think is what that sign says. Seems unlikely, but we'll see. Okay, so I stopped in Florence, Montana for gas. And oddly enough, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, so I'm freezing and I'm running out of gas, which should be taken care of in like 10 miles, something like that. But I ran across this place on the way there, and I had to stop. Excuse my out of breath because I think it's kind of high here. It's some cold, not gonna lie. I'm sure this place is closed. This is just outside of Wisdom. I think it was Wisdom, Wyoming. Good thing I'm the only one here because I totally just walked off and left my key in the bike. Oh, well. And, oh my god. I just rode through a little rainstorm coming on off the pass, which all of a sudden just like showed up out of nowhere. The pass. I didn't know there was going to be an actual pass. It was like hairpin 20-mile-an-hour on a cliffside thing. I can't breathe. Yeah, they're close. But it's freaking phenomenal. Awesome, awesome view. I don't know if it shows in the video. But the hills over there, those mountains over there have snow on them. A lot of snow. I don't know if you heard that or not. That was my GPS trying to... So there's some... This is a historic park. Where is this? Big Hole National Battlefield. Ooh, this should be good. View is just breathtaking. Look at that. It's not right, I can't breathe. But look at that. Just walking around and kind of warming up. Beautiful. A little creek or river or something running down through the valley. Alright, so quick update. Adventure happened. Yeah. So apparently, after, I don't know, somewhere, probably when I left this thing actually, I punched in Jackson, Montana, instead of Jackson, Wyoming, which was the actual destination. So I've been heading to the wrong Jackson. Yeah, so that happened. Not a huge problem because fortunately Jackson, Montana is on the way, kinda, to Jackson, Wyoming. I'll probably figure out how much my detail was a little bit later. Right now I'm looking at about 4 hours of Jackson, Montana to Jackson, Wyoming. Adventure! Pass, which 10% grade, 25-mile-an-hour cruise. Switchbacks. But check this out.
All right. So, recap of day 2. Thanks to my little sidetrack, my Rever app shows that I logged 531 miles. Quick calculation shows that at about 40 miles over what I was planning if I hadn't gotten sidetracked, so that's not bad. But some of it was very, very cold and slightly damp. But anyway, it was super pretty. I keep saying that, but it was. And totally worth it. Totally would do it again. I wish I had more time to do this, because there's definitely places I would have stopped at if I had like 2 weeks instead of just a week to get down there and back. But, you know, whatever. Plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the final push down. So it's, Google Maps is showing me 525 miles, I think it was. Bonus, there is a 100% chance of rain in Jackson tomorrow morning. So I'm guaranteed to be riding in the rain. And then once I get out of the mountains and into the flats, there's a high wind warning. So, yeah. That was the killer. That's been the killer the last 2 days, is just the wind. I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but I was flat out pegged with the winds, the headwinds, the way they were. And it was all that I could do to hold 70, maybe 75. I was drafting behind trucks and stuff, just trying to stay at freeway speed of 80, because the speed limit was 80. And I felt really, really bad for my little bike. Never felt underpowered on that bike until this trip. The Shadow 750 is a great bike. Love mine to death, and has never given me any hard times or any problems. But I really wish it was a leader bike dealing with those winds. Or I didn't have all the baggage and basically all the bags. I think the sissy bar bag and the saddle bags and all my travel gear, I think, is probably a large portion of what's weighing it down. I know I got the big windscreen on there, but I really don't want to think about 80 miles an hour with 20 mile an hour headwinds with no windscreen, because that doesn't sound fun. So anyway, yeah, really tired. Again, didn't camp because of the chance of rain, and I didn't feel like pushing another 100 miles to someplace where it wasn't going to rain in the morning. So I stopped in Jackson and got a hotel room. I am in Motel 6. Super 8. Motel 6. I'm in Motel 6. One of the oddest motel rooms I've ever been in. I will show you in a minute. And way expensive, which really doesn't surprise me being in Jackson. $107 or something like that. For all they had was a double, so I got a double. And I'll show you guys the room in a minute.
weekend, didn't do any shopping or anything for dinner, so I'm just kind of eating what I had in my bags, which included Lay's barbecue chips, like half a bag of them from lunch yesterday. Banana chips that have been in my sissy bar bag for like a month now, which are actually amazingly good. They're from a trip I did up around through Morton. And when I stopped and bought lunch in Florence, Montana, no, Idaho? Montana, Florence, Montana. Total impulse buy. First off, my lunch was a total impulse buy because I bought a peanut butter and strawberry jelly sandwich, and I do not eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but it was there. It was so colorful with the strawberry jelly, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna buy that. So I bought that. It was pretty good. Not bad. It's pretty good. But anyway, total impulse buy. They had curds and sticks, jalapeno cheese curds, and jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage sticks that I've been kind of gnawing on all day. This thing used to be the size of your fist. Now I got it down to half quarter of that, maybe. And then for dessert, I'm gonna have a Reese's Take 5 bar, which I've never had before. So we'll see how that goes. That's my dinner. Nothing but the best. All right, so excuse the lighting because it's a horrible, horrible lighting situation, and they've got this weird orange and brown IKEA type motif going. It's one of the weirder motel rooms I've ever seen for a Motel 6. But there is the 2 beds, like floaty, platformy type beds. Straight out of the IKEA catalog chairs. This little like half table thing that I've just been kind of chilling at. TV with video inputs and a special remote holder slot. Fancy closet doors to go into. Oh, I should turn the light on in here. To go into the dressing room, I guess is what you call it. There's some sort of, looks like one of those kids' storage units that you get in like a daycare or something, or in an IKEA daycare. And then, bathroom with just a shower, corner shower, which is interesting. We'll try that out later. And again with the IKEA furniture. So, you know, at least it's got some style. It might be 70s Swedish style, but it's got style. So, all right, that's my room. So, like I was saying, plan for tomorrow is the final push through. I think it is get out of Jackson and yeah, I don't know. It's all on the phone, but I'm using the phone to record, so I don't know what the actual route is. But it's get out of Jackson. It's something like 160 miles to the freeway, which is probably another 80-mile-an-hour freeway, knowing most of the roads around here. And there's going to be big headwinds. So tomorrow's going to be exciting, to say the least. There are some side roads I could go, but we'll have to see. I don't know. It's just depending depending on how I feel. Right now, I feel like I want to be there and done. It's an 8-hour and a few minute drive, according to Google, which seems to mean like a 10-hour drive without sidetracks, because that's what took some time today was my sidetracks. So probably 10-hour drive. So if I get out of here at like 6, which seems to be my time, I'm looking at 4-ish tomorrow. I don't know if that takes into account the time change. That's a good question. 4 or 5 or 3 my time. I don't know. We'll find out. 10 hours. I guess it wouldn't matter if the time changed. 10 hours is 10 hours. So it would be 5 o'clock Denver time, because I think they're still an hour ahead for me. I don't know things. I go off of the phone, which tells me things. So if I lose the phone, I'm screwed. All right, I'm going to finish my healthy dinner and get stuff prepped for tomorrow and go to sleep, because it is 8:30.